Engines roaring, feel the beat. Ryan and John can't be beat. On the fast lane, so sleek. Gotta ever hit the street. Ooh yeah, fast lane.
And we're back in the fast lane, proudly brought to you by Bettify. And here we are again on another weekend of motor racing back at Killarney International Raceway, John.
Yeah, first one of the year, Power Series. So it's going to be really exciting. New liveries, new riders, new cars, new teammates. I think we've seen a lot of the guys putting a lot of effort in. I think we spoke about it on radio this morning, the buzz of Killarney with new members in Mancom. Just the smile and all the efforts you guys are doing to promote the sport.
Is now in Mancom.
And it's great,
Yeah. And this weekend, I mean, talk about the busiest guy in the world. Saturday, he's got, obviously, down at Killarney, he's racing down there.
Yeah, but before he goes to Killarney, he's got to do 3 hours for the DA.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. He's our local, our local, is my side of the hill, representative for the DA. So he's got to do a bit of groundwork there. Then to Killarney on Saturday.
Then to the
Sunday,
Spur with his kids.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. But yeah, probably.
And then Sunday, the Porsche run.
Yeah, Benguela Cove, Roy Al's beautiful road, spectacular road.
We did a Fast 8 episode out there covering that in the past, and it was really spectacular. Look out for this massive motorcade of Porsches heading out that way on Sunday. And then he heads off to the Maldives on Monday. What a tough life.
Oh, lucky guy. I mean, tough, yeah. But no, he does work hard, and it's great for the community. It's great for Killarney.
Yeah.
And I'm excited because I think Killarney's just growing from strength to strength. The live stream, which is a great thing. So they're kind of like modernizing Killarney International Raceway, which is good. So lots of different formulas that are going to be down there. We're really excited about that. And obviously, I can't wait for the season because it feels like Formula One's taking forever to get going.
But lots of things behind the scenes in Formula One.
Yeah, we were talking about it like with Jensen Button. What do you think to make him now an Aston Martin? I mean, what is he going to go down the whole track? Yeah. Aston Martin, he was with Williams, ambassador.
100%.
And now he's with Aston. But I mean, I don't think he brings any expertise to the Formula One team because, I mean, they buy expertise. They got everybody's an expert.
Yes.
And I mean, he will bring a bit of pull to the marketing in terms of like people viewing. But, those brands sell themselves almost. So.
And you've got Alonso there. Yeah. I mean, you've got, a bigger champion driving than your ambassador.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because the drivers don't have time to do the other gigs.
Sure.
So they use Jensen to be the face for like their road going versions of the cars, maybe to free up Alonso's space.
Like David Coulthard did does still with Red Bull. So when Red Bull have an activation globally, they send David Coulthard out there. Yeah. He came to Cape Town. I remember I emceed that gig, and they allow him to drive the car because they know that he's they're great. Well,
we know he watches this, so maybe he'll answer his phone. Because we have tried to phone him a few times.
We have indeed.
But anyway, we've moved on. We've got bigger stars now to deal with. Like the local racing guys,
Absolutely.
So, but no, look, so maybe that is the case. But Williams late to the party. They didn't pass a safety test, which then allowed them they didn't test at all. But the liveries of the cars, I like the fact they've gone to the glossy liveries again, and it looks nice. And then
come on, start already.
Yeah.
Australia's sold out, by the way. You cannot get tickets for the Australian Grand Prix. It is completely and utterly sold out. Not that we were looking, but just FYI, it's going to be a bumper season. Let's talk a little bit about the past week. I go up to the West Coast quite a bit, spend quite a bit of time up there. I thought, why don't I show you what it's like? Take the family up there. I was in that massive Defender, the 110. We're going to talk a little bit about the smaller version that you're in in a while. But first, let's have a look at Veldrift, West Coast. So, John, I found us some seats front of a house. 2 seats, not in the greatest nick. One's been used as an ejector seat, that looks like it. 2 seats on the road, under a tree. Talk about romance at its finest up the West Coast in Veldrift. Beautiful view of the main road and the church. And a spot for me and you. So, here we are. Start of my favorite part, one of them, of the West Coast when we come up here. Beautiful place, Bokomlan, winter or summer, the wind blowing, which it does a lot of the time up the West Coast. People just enjoying the Berg River. Sometimes there's boats, there's stand-up paddlers out there, supping, and a boat. Going along here, you can get harbour cruises. They can put you on a little boat here and take you on a cruise through the Berg River, around the Port Owen Marina, into the old harbour, into the harbour, and of course back here. There used to be a restaurant here, and it shut down. Then it became an art museum, an art place that sold art, and now since then still hasn't reopened. But a great potential, I've always thought, for something really nice, maybe a little market during the weekends. Certainly got enough size and space to accommodate a market. So this is the famous Bochum line, and down in the distance, Columbine Coffee, best coffee place up the west coast, and actually in fact one of the best coffee places in Cape Town. Right, so you got to watch your head, mind your head over there, which is obviously, if you come here a lot like I do, then you already know, mind your head. But this is the place, normally extremely packed inside here, absolutely worth every single grain of coffee that goes into the coffee here. Some of the most incredible homemade sourdough breads, ciabattas, olive sticks, croissants, the list goes on. The goods inside here, are unbelievable. Some of the best coffee roasters over there, and of course they make their beans in-house over here. Let me just show you this way over here. Look at that, there's the machine and the equipment that churns out beans. Nice vibe. My coffee is ready, so have a look at this. There it is, my vanilla latte. Cheers. Worth stopping here every single time you go up the west coast. Columbine Coffee, you've got to come try it out. Bochum line. Of course, while I'm enjoying my coffee, I get to see where UB40 keep their luxury yacht. Very special luxury yacht. They keep up the west coast here whenever they're in Cape Town. Very, very, very private. You can see not many people can see what's going on inside there, and must be a very, very special place to drink some red wine. Just very quickly, why they call this Bochum line, obviously because Bochum is a speciality up the west coast, and there's factories like this that churn out Bochums. There we go, she's getting some Bochums. Water. And there you can see them inside there. Oh, you can smell it. More. Aye. There we go, inside the Bochum factory. And you can just see how busy it is. I mean, it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning, and that crackling rosy is already filling up nicely for the next tour. So that's quite special. And there's another little breakfast spot over there at the back. But like I said, enjoying my coffee. Wonderful little walk down here, and then once I'm done with the dirt road, back on the tar road and back home. But this is the west coast. This is, CFP land, and beautiful place. Just look at how cool those waters are. Look at the different colors of the water out there. And there they go, part of the boat cruise. You get your tickets over here, and then off you go on a boat cruise. Some more Bochums being churned out, being dried out. Have a look inside there. Look at that, churning out Bochums, fish for days. Look at that. Wow. Here she is over here, of course, Mejuffrou Weskaap, 1962. She still spends a lot of time out here. Hi ma'am, good to see you again. Never ever a dull moment in Port Owen. Always something lekker happening up the west coast. Tonight I'm going to take you on an outing. It's Marina Night Market night tonight, 5 to 9 p.m. Port Owen Marina Centre in Veldrift. Marina Market. We're going to go check that out a bit later on. And look at that. That is...
Look at Nan's sunflowers.
Ah, there's the sunflowers in the garden. They're not real. So there we go. Inside the jacuzzi. Beautiful weather. A little bit of a wind. Best seat in the whole of the Berg River. On the whole of the Berg River. So this is it. This is inside the world famous ice cream shop in Port Owen. These are incredible. Look over here. The best ice creams in the world. This is the gentleman over here that's puts them together. I think over summer, at least over December, how many ice creams? Tons. 14,000. 14,000 ice creams just over December. Unbelievable, and rightly so. Nobody makes a better ice cream in the world. And these are the machines that work overtime during summer. Save the best for last year. Look at that. Yes! Day. Legend. Cheers. Cheers. Here we go. That's how you do it.
Oh!
Opposite the old harbour. You can look at the rough seas today. So this is it, Friday night market down in Port Owen. I think it's very windy. Lamb vleis, lamb chops, boerewors, appelwors, varkworst, mince patties, varksosaties, trays of eggs, hair products. And the PA system is up. It's DJ Edmister. Here we go. Get hold of DJ Edmister if you want any function up the West Coast. Get hold of him.
Dad, just on the other side.
So Charlie's Brewhouse, some of the local beer. New addition
People might only start arriving.
over the last 10 years or so, but yeah, beautiful place. Lovely to go and have a beer inside there. And this is where you launch your boat. If you've got a boat in Port Owen, you go down and you launch it. Now you just got to be extra careful now because they're going to go fetch their boat. That's at the back over there, but to navigate their way down, I must say I've become pretty good at that, getting that trailer down there. My kids are calling me over here. I guess they want to come have a look at one more thing, which is obviously the chess pieces. No, they want to play up on there. I'm surprised that all the pieces are here still. They're permanently outside, unless I guess you had a big chessboard at home and you were missing pieces, you might want to take them, but all the pieces are there, or most of them at least, I think. Yeah, all right, there we go. It's the market done. Let's go crack up in a nice ice cold beer and go and enjoy Stormers versus the Sharks. Good. Erin and Faith found a book store because they love reading books, and in actual fact David Walliams' books are quite popular in my house, and we managed to find 3 of them up the West Coast at the staggering price of 50 Rand each. So Erin, I promised you I'd get you some more of those David Walliams books. We've got them at the Veldrift Market at the Port Owen Marina. So what's a trip up the West Coast without a couple of these to start off with? A nice little Irish draft in the incorrect glass, and some good red wine, some cheese and biscuits, some biltong. Stormers are on, and of course the most important thing, the fire is going, steaks are ready, and even though it's choppy outside, it doesn't stop us from having a lekker evening up the West Coast. All packed up. Time to hit the road back home. Something special. There's Buffelsfontein, which you can drive past. It's a nature reserve, and we often look out for the giraffes. You can see in the distance there's a herd of them. I think is it a herd of giraffe? But there they are over there eating, and there's one right close over here. So a special part of the West Coast. The nature reserves on the other side, the West Coast Nature Reserve, and then Buffelsfontein. I've done a wedding here before. Great venue up down along the dirt road, but have a look at the giraffe over here. Mother Nature at its finest. Very, very busy West Coast road now. A lot of traffic up ahead of us, but a bit of roadkill. But this is the last kind of where I know that we're almost home. It's that Grote Post is down here, so you can head down left to Grote Post, lekker wine farm, nice spot there to go for a lunch and a wine tasting, and then Grotto Bay here to the right, down this side here. Beautiful little town of Grotto Bay just down that side. And then the last of and I see these guys are just pulling off the road here, so let me just go past them. Corin's going to say thank you. There we go. And then the last of the average speed checks coming up just on the right hand side over here. Next stop after that, we'll go past Coburg, and then we take that road that takes us back to the N7 and home. Lekker, local is lekker, bokkomlaan, jou lekker ding.
I could almost smell that sea and bokkoms through the video. But the Defender, what was it? I mean, it's such a nice car.
Great car.
Yeah.
Phenomenal car on the road. And Driving Force have the 2. That was
Yes.
the one. Let's have a look at the other. All right, so it was my turn last week in the 5-door Defender. You've been in the smaller version, the 90. Shorter wheel-based version. What was it like going off-roading and, more importantly, camping with this Defender?
Listen, it's got plenty of space in the back. You know, we threw I put the seats down, which are like, and they go completely down.
Yes.
I'm not the dad that packs like, I just chuck chairs in, tent in, duvet, pillows, and it's so lekker because it's just got so much space. I chucked everything.
Everything got in there?
Everything got in. Even the little snacks that I threw in there for, midnight snack, a couple of little cheeseburgers in the middle of the night because you never eat enough on those camps.
Exactly.
But yeah, plenty of space. And then the off-road, because of the short wheelbase and all 4 wheels being all 4 corners.
Yes.
Those speed bumps, no, I'm joking. Those off-road sections that we went, and then you just pull up and then you look the part because obviously we were late, so we arrived there and I had to go into the middle of this camp. They had like make the circle bigger.
Sure.
There was no space on the outside, so I pulled straight in, and then the pressure was on because all the dads there now, are proper campers.
Proper campers.
But I tell you what, the modern tent, click, all 4 corners, boom, up. tent in, mattress in, everything in. But yeah, really, this is great cars when you want to travel, when you want to do stuff. You just feel like you're not going to break down necessarily.
Exactly.
You can take the all-terrain, the off-road. It's
100%.
just,
And
really
one of
good.
two are being offered at the moment. I took, obviously, the 5-door version out, the 110. Last weekend, John's had this one, both available at Driving Force. Pop on down and see their massive selection. Speaking of which, I'm hopefully going to get the Range Rover Sport that they've got on their floor.
I know that's one of your favorites.
And we'll talk about that next week. I can't believe you haven't given that back.
Yeah, no. Listen, I did the father-son camp in it, and there's a lot more space than you realize.
Yes.
Because from outside, even it's like a what do you call it? Like a magic trick. Because when you sit in the back, the leg room is huge. It's actually got plenty of space in the back.
I want to check out this father-dad camp here. What's father-son camp?
Yes, sis, I tell you, no pressure. So Ryan, we went proper camping on the Paul Rose father and son camp. This is where I parked the bad boy. In its natural habitat. Can you believe it? I set up my own camp right there. I think I got 1 or 2 pics. You've been very impressed with me. But really cool setup here on Kanonkop Winery. Show you a little bit of where we were based here in the middle here. And your friend Skalk Brits, he's sitting up there. He was on the chalets. He's cheating. The real manna camped. So yeah.
So, werk hom deur van daai kant af, seun. Ek gaan hom deur werk van daai kant af. En hierdie is die kant en hierdie is die kant.
You put your tent up. Jeez.
I tell you, modern tents. You would love it. How's that self-regulating mattress?
That is unbelievable. That's how you that's glamping.
I still woke up a little low back, a little neck, but yeah.
I see some well-known dads out there. Skulk Brits, if you're watching, big thumbs up. They're one of many father-son excursions.
Crazy.
No doubt. Right, we'll be back with another episode of the Fastlane next week. We might have some exclusive. Oh, hold on. Before we do anything, we can't go. I'll tell you why. Because John Williams went sideways at Kalani. We were about to end without doing something we've always wanted to do, and that's take this car around this track.
So as you can see, Ryan, we're standing here in turn 2 on the racetrack. I'm here with Junaid from RaceWeb. I'm always excited. You can see the smile on my face. It's always slightly bigger when I'm in the track and these 2 beautiful Nissans behind us. And why we're here today, we'll get to a little bit later, but I want to tell you a little bit about what Junaid does. And Junaid, just for people that are at home that want to get involved and come down, and I always say in a safe environment is what you do, and you guys are professionals, but take us through that it's not only for the race snakes, it's also for people and ladies that want to get a little bit more confident behind the wheel.
100%. So what we do is we are a racing experience company / driving experience company. We do everything from advanced driver training, dynamic driver training, precision stunt driver training, drift school training, and obviously high performance track training on track. So today is kind of a combination that we're going to be doing a bit of high speed drifting.
Yeah.
So, and we cater for everyone. We cater for the beginners all the way intermediate up to professionals like yourself.
And someone said to me, I think you actually said to me, why do you need some coaching? Well, even good golfing pros have coaches, so come on guys, I need to sharpen up. Junaid's going to just take me through what I need to do just to get confident behind the wheel. I'm shooting with a German manufacturer with an engine in the back that's coming down here, and I just need to get a little bit in tight situations, because we shoot obviously with the camera car really close in confined spaces. It's not in a big open track, but it's just to get the rhythm and the feel of what that's like
100%.
and get a bit like, fine tuning and get a bit sharp.
It's more you know what you're doing, John. I know that. It's about sharpening up, getting comfortable with the feeling of being out of control, but controlling that out of control.
Yeah, and I still need to smile to the camera. Normally I got my helmet on and my alter ego changes and I get psyched up, and obviously with these TV ads I can't have that look because it's not going to solve, I almost said the brand, but so we're going to take you through that. But I mean, you were one of the pioneers of this here at Kalani, and I've been watching on social media and watching people. I love those in-car cameras of people's faces when 100%. They experience. It's almost like, if I had to put it in a way, it's like skydiving, I suppose. You go for the first time and then I get people that phone me, oh John, I want to do it again, but I'll have to do it next month because I just want to do it every day, and it's like a bug.
It's a massive sensory overload, and people either get onto it quickly, or most people take a little bit longer, but once they find that feeling of going sideways, it's addictive. So it's a bit of a drug, so it can be addictive.
No, well, we're going to get straight into it, so let's get the gear in and let's go sideways.
Cool. Right, so, that was fun.
Yes, that was proper. I'm going to be smiling for the rest of the week, Junaid.
Well done.
So there you have it, guys. That's what it takes if you want to get to the highest level. Obviously, we've got the spin pitch behind us where you can practice. Obviously, I was on a crash course. Junaid really helped me with a lot of things, but we'll link it all up later in a couple of episodes to why I was doing what I was doing today. But yeah, I think a lot of things to take back and think about. But definitely, you know, obviously the being, comfortable being uncomfortable 100%. Is a good word. Rally car, obviously, we constantly controlling. I think the thing of committing, letting go, catching, and then obviously also steering out. But the throttle control and the combination of that dance 100%. Is important.
Focus more on the throttle, less on the wheel.
Yeah, but no, I think in the space of time, I think I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. So thanks very much, and it's gotten to me where I can feel comfortable to do what I'm going to be doing next in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned as we bring you all the action of what it's like doing this in a safe environment with a professional.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
We almost missed out on
you know, someone said to me, why did I go do the lessons with Junaid? But it's like a golf player. Sure. He has a coach. You need to fine tune because what's coming up in the next couple of weeks will explain why we did what we did today. Yeah. Because obviously I don't get a lot of time to practice. So I was just getting a little sharp for something coming up.
I'm so excited about what's coming up. I'm so excited about what we're going to show you next week on the episode as well. It's top secret, but you're going to want to be a part of it. Like, subscribe. Proudly brought to you by Better Five. We'll catch you again next week in the Fastlane.
And just roaring, feel the beat, Ryan and John can't be